What's gunning, my fellow YouTubers and all my client corner fans? This your boy. That's right, Tr380, and this is the client corner. Off top, so I want y'all to make sure that you like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? I'm having wardrobe difficulties and shit, but yeah, man, make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and tell me what you think, you know? Make sure you hit that notification button too. I know y'all probably like, damn, this guy, he always recording at night. Well, situation is, I'm always at work, and I don't do any recording in the morning. And when I get off of work, I'm with my kids. So, you know, only time I really get to record and do my thing is when I'm unbothered, you know. Wife sleeping. Not saying that my kids or my wife bother me, but she's resting. She's getting ready for work. Kids ate, played, you know, fed. Now they're in the bed. So, topic I wanted to discuss this evening is sex, man. Let's talk about some sex. Now, it's weird, okay? Let me jump into this. Topic I wanted to speak on is sex solidifying a relationship, right? So, as humans that don't practice abstinence, you know, humans that, people in general, women and men alike, that, you know, fornicate. I don't know if I'm using that right, but I believe so. Basically, sex before marriage. So, what I always wondered is, do we take sex, good sex, great sex, amazing sex, awesome sex, as a way to solidify the relationship? Is that the first thing we do? Is that, you know, like the first thing we classify as, you know, oh, this motherfucker's the one. Woo! Boy, that session was so serious. Gotta lock her down. I don't know. Many of us do. A lot of us don't. You know, me personally, there's no way in hell. You know, a lot of freaks out there, a lot of super freak nasty women, and to me, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna hold me down. You're gonna have my back. You're gonna support me, encourage me. Sometimes, even when I can't or not in a position to, finance my dreams so that we can eat as a whole. So, me personally, not at all. I've been in past experiences where, you know, I was pretty blown, you know, and it wasn't enough for me to be like, I can trust her with my life. I can trust her having my babies. I can trust her raising my children correctly. I can, you know, have faith in the fact that anything happens with me health-wise, medically, she will be there. You know, my whole thing is, like, a lot of people are sex crazed, and you know, it's to each his own. Everybody's entitled to the shit that they do and prefer and swing about. You know, I mean, I'm not one to tell anybody which, nor do I have the authority to tell anybody what you can and cannot do. But for the sex crazed individuals that gotta have it, those people I feel like you gotta look out for. And it's simply because of the fact that, you know, kind of back on my last video, if they don't get it, what's the end result? You know, is it I'm gonna go fuck somebody else, or, you know, it's not as hot and frequent as it used to be, so I'm gonna go fuck somebody else? I mean, it's a lot of shit, man. And I won't lie to you, like I was in a relationship for a long time before, and I don't know. We were arguing a lot. We had a lot of problems. I mean, in the beginning, you fuck like rabbits, and you're always over on each other and on top of each other and under each other, and whatever the case may be. But once again, this was a very long relationship, over 4 years, I would say. I'm not going to give you an exact number. I'm not pointing nobody out. But basically, we used to fuck like rabbits, and we got to a point where we wasn't really loving each other, liking each other, caring for each other, and it became dull, and the sex became limited, and yeah, I mean, it got to its boiling point, breaking point, and it was to a point where, you know, I don't know how people are in relationships without the intimacy. You know what I'm saying? The intimacy is a big part. Not saying it's 100% of the pie, but it's huge. I mean, that's the moment where you intertwine, you become one, you exchange energy. You know what I'm saying? So pretty much when I realized that we were arguing a lot, we weren't affectionate, we weren't caring of one another, we weren't even supportive to that point. It was just like, it's time to go. And as a man, I got those urges, but I think what it boiled down to is when I got the urge, we would do it, and then I would be right back in the same headspace that I was before. So, you know, um, I mean, they say women break up with a man emotionally before physically. So she might still give you the cat, but she not really rocking with you mentally, from the heart. So, I just wondered if sex solidifies your relationship. Is that the deciding factor on if you should be with somebody? And if, in my personal opinion, because I've not done this, I feel like you're a fool if you do. Just my opinion. You can hate it, like it, thumbs down it. I'm down for all that shit. But at the same time, it's just, yeah, you're a fool, because that's a moment. A lifetime lasts so much longer than that moment. You feel me? And my idea is to grow old with my wife. My idea is to protect her, keep her safe, teach her things. And sex was not why I decided to hold her down. It was the fact that she was a great mother. It was the fact that she was independent. She's intelligent. She's beautiful. Um, she was a go-getter, a grinder. She out for her dollars. And, all of those things made me fall in love with her. It wasn't just the sex, because, I mean, you can get nasty, filthy sex from anybody. But then again, with all the fucking STDs and shit running around, you also got to play close to the field, protect yourself, and be mindful that if she throwing you the pussy or he throwing you the dick, who else is he or she throwing the pussy and the dick raw? People don't think, it's when it's hot and heavy, you go for that moment, and then after you bust that nut, then you start having all kind of thoughts and worries and concerns, and ooh, did I get her pregnant, or ooh, did she give me something, or ooh, did he give me something, or damn, so no, I will not ever use sex to solidify shit, because once again, it's a moment. Sex can, with the right partner, be a lifetime of pleasure, but in the moment, no. Rather it's, an hour, 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, multiple times in that night, whatever the case may be. I will not solidify sex to be the main reason why I'm in a relationship or why I choose that relationship. That's not it, It's got to be one of those many things that I require. Kind of back to my last video, requirements of a relationship. So, yeah, I mean, you call it what you want. Call it how you see it. Comment. I love comments. My whole thing is, don't thumbs down my shit without hollering at me, man. Like, let me get your perspective. Let me get your point of view. Let me get an understanding. You may not sway me into thinking otherwise, but I might be able to appreciate your thought process. And it's as simple as that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, hit the line, comment, like, share, and tell me what you think. You know, this is always a topic that I've wondered about because, you know, I've kind of also been in a scenario where, you know, the woman I was dealing with was kind of like, I want you to be my dude. And I'm like, that's funny because all we've been doing is having sex. I ain't take you out on no dates. I ain't show you anything worthwhile to make you feel like this dude is the dude for me. You know, it for her, it was just like, I need a consistent, regular, loyal fuck buddy. Kind of like back to, you know, Brian, or excuse me, Klein's video. You know, he was just like, when it boils down to it, you know, it's like men and women can be friends without the physicality as long as there's no attraction. But then back to my video, like I said, you know, you have those instances where either there's a friend zone line. You have either the male that's interested in the woman and the woman doesn't see what the male sees, or you have the female interested in the male and the male doesn't see or feel what the female feels. So then you have that border. You know, it's just like the other wants something more, the other doesn't see it. The other is cool with a strictly platonic friendship kind of relationship and nothing more. But then, you know, like Klein said, you might venture off to a moment where you try to have intercourse with that one and you either one fuck up your whole relationship because now it's weird and you know maybe the sex that you had wasn't the best and it wasn't what you thought it was going to be and you know it's now just a big confusing thing or you know it might be mind-blowing explosive and you're like damn you've been my soulmate this whole motherfucking time. We should have tried this sooner. But then again, you know, timing is everything. So, you know, with that kind of shit, you got to play your cards right. But yeah, basically, for me in that scenario, it evolved into something, and she gave me the clear understanding that it's going to be nothing more than sex. And I was like, well, damn. I mean, can we even maybe entertain the idea of a relationship? Because I'm not a body hopper. I'm not a at this time in my life, I'm like, I'm not a hoe. I'm not just trying to have an enormous body count, you know, of people that I done laid up under. I mean, I'm not a nigga that's, you know, fucking bragging about all the notches I had on my belt. That shit's not important to me, man. It's not. So when she drew that line, I was like, okay, I'm going to draw the same line in your line and we'll keep it at that. But then her feelings changed. Men are external, women are internal. So, you know, I'm doing my thing, but then at the same time, I'm not feeling what she's feeling. So it got weird. It turned strange. And you know, ultimately, we didn't want the same things out of life. I wanted kids. She didn't. So it was never going to work the way I foresaw it to be. You know, after learning things, well, you know, meeting with each other and indulging. So, yeah, man, I just, you know, that's just one thing that, you know, I enjoy. I love that experience, you know, sex, great, fantastic. Love to have it, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's just, I'll never let that be the reason why I pick you. That's not good enough for me. You know, I'm not that motherfucking shallow. Just put it like that. You know what I'm saying? Some people are as deep as a kiddie pool, and that's it. You know, I'm more like an ocean. You know, I need more. I need more. I need intellectual stimulation and you know, I need to know that I can balance and bounce ideas off of you and we can conjure up something brand new out of nothing and it always be an amazing experience. So, you know, this is my life perspective. This your boy once again, Tr380, man. I love chopping it up with y'all as usual. Motherfucker, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button so you can get the newest and the latest videos. And yeah, just tell me what you think, man. 100.